Hey everyone, we're here at the CIO event Europe, and most people seem to think that everything that's happening in Barcelona is happening at the event site, but as I called it, the CIO event Europe is something that's happening off-site. It's where CIOs congregate to learn from each other, but also learn from the execs. We're here with Alex White. Alex, you are the main organizer for this event. Can you talk us through what the event is?
So, simply speaking, the event is an opportunity for our customers to come and hear about what SDDC means, and that is all about how customers are adopting the technology today. And this is actually the second time we've run the event in Barcelona. So last year when we first talked about SDDC, Software Defined Data Center, really we wanted customers to come and hear what that was about, what the concept was about, the vision. And we had, again, a similar meeting with 20 or so CIOs and explained our thinking. This year, just 1 year later, we're now actually demonstrating how that's being adopted and the business value and the business outcomes. So everybody here has come for different reasons. We have 30 attendees, CIO attendees, from right across industry, from railway companies, telecommunication, banking, airline, transportation, and they all have very different business issues and they're seeking different business value, but they're all agreed on three things. First of all, it's not whether SDDC is relevant. It absolutely is relevant. It's how do I take the first step? How do I adapt so that I can take advantage of these kinds of enabling technologies? And we're here to help them understand more about that.
Yeah. So there's a whole program that you guys are doing. Can you talk us a little bit through the program? How many days is it? What external speakers are here? Can you
Yes, absolutely.
give a little bit?
So it's a day-and-a-half program. They arrived yesterday afternoon. Some people came to the show, but majority of people arrived Wednesday afternoon. And we heard from Pat Gelsinger gave us pretty much a 15-minute keynote from the Monday speech that he did on stage. And then a Q&A, and we had an hour Q&A with Pat and lots of questions about future strategy, future roadmap and vision for VMware, but also the practicalities of how this technology is actually doing what we claim it will do. And again, you know, the evidence is there in terms of current adoption, current projects, customers who have tens of thousands of VMs running on network virtualization platform from VMware, for example, into the storage beta that we've launched or on our vCloud Suite platform. It's very real. And I think customers really appreciated the opportunity not just to hear from Pat and understand more about VMware's vision, because for some of them in the room, probably 1/3, they didn't know enough about that. They hadn't heard about it before. And many people really coming from an infrastructure background, an operations background, haven't really had to think about a software-defined strategy before. But that's what we're challenging them to do. They need to think through what their strategy is in software. So they were very interested to hear more about that. The second thing is the networking opportunity. So with their peers and colleagues across industry. And thirdly, to hear from VMware in terms of how we are doing this and taking the next step. So we've had a number of other speakers today. We finished today at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We've had a marketplace view from McKinsey and also from Gartner, talking about what they see customers adopting, why it's important, and the kind of acceleration that those companies are getting through these kinds of enabling technologies and business change. We then introduced a panel of experts from VMware, hosted by Joe Bagley, our CTO. We put our advisory services team on stage to talk about their experience in customer deployments. Yeah. So very much a relevant discussion across industry again in terms of our engagement with customers and where that's working. And they've just gone to now a series of workshops. So the third part of today is a series of workshops to deep dive a little bit more into three specific areas. One, the first is how cost reduction in IT efficiency can drive greater innovation in IT. How that helps IT departments and IT teams become business innovators and drive competitive advantage for their companies, and how the transformation in the hybrid cloud marketplace is opening new opportunities for those companies. So this event is very much focused around infrastructure, and SDDC is the topic. We plan to, or we're thinking about introducing additional programs for the three-legged strategy that VMware has. So we recognize that we need to do something on end-user computing and mobility, and we think that's a slightly different audience. Again, very similar structure to how I just explained this day and a half, and also for hybrid cloud. for our VCHS offering and how customers can take advantage of ubiquitous operability between private and public cloud on the VMware platform. So expect to see more of this kind of event. We'll certainly run this again, certainly annually, but we're also looking to, for the first time, run a similar event for end-user computing and hybrid cloud.
Exactly. I think you've articulated the value very well, and I think everyone that I speak to sort of sees the value also in the networking, learning from each other, not reinventing the wheel, but really learning from the experience from others. If people want to come to any of these events, obviously next year will be around VMworld, maybe the other ones will be at a different time. Where should CIOs or anyone who's interested in meeting or other people and joining one of these events, where should they go? How should they contact us?
Well, certainly speak to any of our VMware colleagues around the world, and many of our partners will be able to direct them to the right place. We're going to reach out to customers though, so we want to get this message across. And I think, again, SDDC is here, it's real, it's now. No one is questioning that. A year ago, it was kind of interesting to come along, and the interest factor brought people to the meeting. Now they want to come because they need to be here. They need to hear about it. So I think it's up to us, up to VMware, to really understand how much interest there is in that. If we need to run this on a biannual basis or every quarter by industry segment, we can do lots more to bring the value and bring the message to our customers. So I think feedback is good. We'd love to have more people here next year, but it won't just be in Barcelona. We're going to try and bring this message and bring this set of tools and experience that we have to as many customers as we can.
Perfect. So helping customers, that's what it's all about, making sure that they can benefit from all the good things that SDDC brings them. Alex, thank you very much for the explanation, and we look forward to getting more value out of events like this. So if you're interested, contact your account managers, your partner managers, and make sure you hear when we reach out to the market.